The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
There's something to be said about having your wits about you, right, at all times. Always be on the lookout, Shaun.
Nathan, it's a really difficult situation because a lot of times you drop your guard because you're going to an area or a thing that you would think, oh, no, I'm
Or you're just minding your own business.
You're just minding your own business. I mean, think about it today. You could walk out into the street and you might just be like, caught up in a minute looking at a text message, Shaun. Your guard's down, your wits about you. Anything can happen to you. You're vulnerable. So you should have your wits about you a little bit more when you're at a rodeo. And in Oregon, this was unbelievable. A rodeo bull. His name is Party Bus.
Yeah, I remember his name, Party Bus. Yeah,
his name's Party Bus.
Yep. You know.
He's doing what he does. He's doing a bit of a parade circle around in the competition area.
Well, he'd already bucked off the rider and he's just cruising around.
So the clown was kind of wandering around trying to corral him into the area.
Whoever would have thought that they can jump so high? It jumped over the fence. This is the confusion and.
When it jumped over the fence, it cleared it like a horse in the show jumping. It just kind of leapt almost from a standing start and just there he goes over the top,
over the fence,
and then into the crowd, and then of course mayhem ensues.
So what happens next is they've got another shot of the camera, and there's a group of people that haven't seen what's happening. They're just standing there talking. The bull runs around the corner and picks up what looks to be a lady. I'm not sure actually. Oh my God!
She looked like a mannequin the way the bull threw her out.
She was tossed by the bull's horn.
And then tossed, and then caught again, and then tossed again, and then landed on the floor.
And she was oblivious to it happening. She didn't know it
having
was there.
a conversation with two people, and next minute there's a bull's horn up her ass, and she's been flung in the air. That is insane.
It's crazy.
That is insane. And you're not ready. You want to be able to brace yourself for something like that.
For a bull's horn up your ass? I would think so.
At least a bit of breathing will be involved. Okay, we got it.
She didn't have the opportunity because she did not know that was happening.
We're thinking maybe that would have saved her to be limp.
Oh, yeah, of course.
In those scenarios.
Yeah. And if she had had a couple of drinks, that would have helped too.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. In that
if you're just standing there minding your own business, just doing something, and then something full-on happens to you, that's not fair.
No, it's not fair.
I've witnessed it happen at the dog park when, you know how dogs like to run around. So a girl called Emma is a regular down at our dog park, and she has a beautiful German Shepherd called Ava. And Ava and another dog, so two big dogs were running around. Yeah. But Emma was on her phone showing somebody a video. So she's standing next to somebody holding out her phone, and her dog and this other dog both collected her. So they're running around madly getting the zoomies kind of thing. Yeah. And they have run straight into the back of her legs and thrown her up. And literally she was airborne.
Wow.
So it was that moment where her legs have been swept out. She's in the air. She's a tall girl as well. And then she just went, it was almost like she hovered while everybody just watched. And then she went bang straight down on the ground. And she had no idea what had hit her. Like, she's like, what just happened?
Yeah.
But it was her own dog, as it turned out. So then you can't do anything.
Greg Heyer, of course, from the Wildcats.
Yep.
One of his favourite things in the world is watching someone get splashed by a puddle. And he rang me one day laughing his head off.
You mean like if a bus goes past or whatever?
There was a guy standing on the side of the road in full business attire, and he was making it look like he was making a very important phone call, and this guy, he got slammed by a puddle, and Greg could not breathe. He was laughing so much. But that guy's just standing there.
Minding his own
business, dressed for success.
Yes.
And next minute, he's covered in bloody puddle water. That's a bad day, isn't it, Shaun?
That's a bad day.
It's worse than having a horn up your ass. No, probably not.
I don't know.
Well, you know.
Each to their own.
Tomatoes, tomatoes. We want to know if you've been in a scenario where you are just standing there. Literally, that's all. You're not doing anything.
Minding your own business.
No risky behaviour. You are standing somewhere. What happened to you next that you never saw coming?
Mel's in Rockingham. Morning, Mel.
Hi, how you going?
Hi, good Mel.
Mel, when were you just standing there and what happened?
I was down at the Rockingham foreshore with the kids, and we grabbed some fish and chips because they're really good down there.
Yeah.
And anyway, I had a potato scallop, and I was just about to put it in my mouth. It was literally halfway in there, and a seagull came along and took it out of my mouth and cut my lip open.
Oh, what a
Wow, it went in hard.
Wow, it abused you.
Yes.
Mel, that's terrible.
You know what? Bloody birds. Remember when I was in Sydney and I was telling you guys, I was down by Darling Harbour and I just bought a burger and it was in a plastic bag with my chips and I was ready to take it back to my room and eat it in private. And I was on the
Alone
phone,
on the balcony.
alone crying.
Yep.
And then I was on the phone to someone. I turned and I had my back towards my bag of burger. And then I turned. Then I heard this like rustling, and the bird had actually gotten into my bag.
You don't expect that either.
You should next time just order chicken and chips because they're not cannibals. So,
Mel, potato scallop. I never thought that was really on the menu these days. I think a lot of people go stock standard. I mean, I go always for a Chico roll.
Is that like it's like a fancy hash brown? Is it not?
yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
deep fried.
Yep.
Not
Yep.
a bad choice.
Yeah.
Devastating though for a seagull to steal it.
Well,
Thanks,
why do
Mel.
you get cut in the mouth?
I
Also,
know.
would that be a tetanus thing?
I don't know that they
Birds
carry
are
tetanus, but
dirty,
it's-
aren't
yeah,
they?
It'd just be a gross
You get
thing.
the bird flu.
Yeah.
Dirty birds, they call them.
That's right. Stacey's in Kelmscott. Morning, Stace.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, Stace.
Were you just standing there minding your own business? What happened?
So I was walking down the path at the front of the Fiona Stanley Hospital. I was twiddling on my phone, as you do when you finished a long day at work,
Yeah.
and a window fell out of the fourth floor plant room and
Oh
smashed
my God!
right in front of me.
This is how, you know what, Stacey? This is how Nathan's being told he's going to die.
Can I tell you right
no.
now?
Yeah.
No, Stacey,
So
seriously.
Indian horoscope told you this.
I got my Indian horoscope done, and it said that I will die by being hit by a piece of a crumbling building. And
no.
the other day, the state building in the
Yes.
city,
Yeah.
that crumbled.
Yeah.
And I was like,
We've had
pastry
bits
now.
fall
we've
off
had
the
bits here.
facade
Around
here
the
too.
corner the other day, oh my God, they're coming. The Indian horoscope people are coming. There's a house that's just started coming in, scaffolding up. The crumbling is coming
Stop
to me.
going near it, Nathan.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran was right.
I remember when we first read
Crumbling
that,
like
Nat
pastry.
goes, "Oh, you'll be fine here." That's of course it's an Indian horoscope because over there a lot of buildings are crumbling.
And you're not Indian.
Not Indian,
I
Australian.
think the horoscope still applies.
Hey, Stace, how shocking was that for you?
And how close, back to Stace, how close was it to you, Stace?
So it literally smashed right in front of me. It cut my leg.
Oh, cut
I
your
had
leg.
glass powder everywhere. I thought I'd broken my toe, but luckily no physical injuries, just mental health injuries.
Yeah.
Did you nearly poo your pants? And I'm being serious then.
Honestly, I'm surprised I didn't.
I don't
Yeah.
know if
That would be
if something
horrifying.
shocking happened to me. I don't think my go-to would be to poo my pants. I don't think I'm just ready to poo at any
Ready to give him a-
stage of the day.
To be fair,
know.
Sean had
No,
a
but
lot
like
of
you know when
fibre.
people say that like you
Yeah.
poo your pants. I don't have one ready to go for fear-based poo.
There's not one in the chamber.
There's not one locked and loaded.
What about your heart? Did you feel like your heart was going to
Oh,
drop
my
out?
heart couldn't stop the thing, but I
Yes.
don't just have poo ready to go. Sean,
Natalie, where do you sit on that?
I'm with Nathan on this, even though I do eat a lot of fibre.
I don't
but
think.
there isn't one
I
ready
think
to
right
go at
now,
any
if we were to
time.
ask the question, have you been so scared you pooed yourself?
Harry?
No, I don't have one ready to go. No, not really.
Where does the saying come from?
Did you want to find out if it's true?
Has anyone...
Has anyone
I do.
been so frightened
They
that they
pooed their
pooed their
pants?
pants?
And you've got to be over 5.
Yeah, you've got to be over 5.
This is where we're
Well,
at.
it's just, everyone talks about
This
it.
is where everyone, non-stop.
Simple question. That prize is still up for grabs.
It is. It's still up for grabs.
All right, Sean, question.
Well, has anyone been so frightened? I asked the question to Stacey, did you poo your pants? No, she didn't. And Nathan never has one in the chamber, nor
No.
does Natalie
No.
for these
But
situations.
clearly you do, is what you're saying.
I just
Have
don't
done-
think that I'm wired for a fear-based poo.
My sphincter tends to tighten
Tighten.
in frightening moments.
You go
know what I mean?
waterproof. Yeah, you go waterproof pretty quickly.
We did ask the question.
Well, we wanted to know if anyone's been so scared they've pooed their pants because it's saying,
It's a common
oh my
saying.
God, I crapped my dax.
Yeah.
It was so scary.
And
You know
Sean's
what?
pretty sure it's a thing.
It's not though. No
Not
one
one
rang
person.
through with a story about
Not
how
one.
they were so frightened they defecated. And so why do we even say it? Let's take that saying
Yes.
out now. It is not real.
It is not real.
People do not have fear-based poos.
There's a number of sayings, though, we need to get to the bottom of. We've got to do some research over these.
Yes, well, we are.
Tomorrow.
I think over the next couple of weeks,
Yes.
Sean, we
Put a couple to bed.
we start to investigate the English language and see if there's anything we can ship off, like this one now.
Go
No
on.
one now is. Oh my God, it scared the crap out of me. No, the crap's in you. You weren't that scared. The end.
There are a couple of people calling, though, so we'll get back to that. $300 voucher to spend at Wizard Pharmacy, by the way, is going to go to Stacey because, I mean, that
The
window falling out
of the hospital.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, it is bad. You're right. You're right.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Yesterday, we're talking Ellie through the sorts of things she's going to have to expect when she's in labour.
Well, there's only so much you can read from books and watch from, documentaries and stuff like that and search online. You need real first-hand experience. Yesterday, we learnt that the labour can be a shocking thing.
And that your water
can break in someone's face.
Yes.
Oh, amazing story. Cheers,
Or
you
you might
laugh.
have a baby down your pants.
You might have a baby down your pants.
Hair and pants is a tip for people who give birth quickly.
we learned
Ellie and
about
I
that.
recorded a podcast the other day, just
Yes.
a little update on how her pregnancy's going. You can check that out now, including the list that Ellie has on her phone of the things that she can't wait to do when she's not pregnant anymore.
Oh, that's good.
It's so good. It's so good.
But we thought
So
that
check
we
that out, everybody.
spoke to a lot of ladies yesterday, and we thought, what about the guy's perspective? If you're in
Exactly.
a traditional relationship.
During the labour, you mean?
During the labour. So the labour's going on, there's baby coming out of your missus, you don't know what's
She's
going on,
getting all
she's
the
screaming, you're
attention.
crying. What happened to you, the most important person in the equation?
Well, Ross was telling us his story about he was getting his
Where
hand
is
squeezed
Ross?
really.
We'll get him in
Yeah,
here
where is
to
Ross?
tell that story.
Hurry up,
Here he
Ross.
comes. Righto, Ross, talk to us
Ross.
about when your beautiful wife was in labour and how you really suffered.
Well, I said this. This is something you say in your head. You don't really verbalise as the partner trying to support them. You're there for them, but in your head, you're like, there's some things you're dealing with as a partner, which is you hold their hand.
Yes.
And they're in the intenseness and they squeeze really hard. But you're not.
Did that hurt your hand, did it?
But this is the thing, though, Ross, and no, you can say this, because I bet you out there's someone listening right now going, yes, Ross, that happened to me. She broke my hand. Because they're powerful, pregnant ladies.
They're very powerful. And,
Very
and this is, I said, the voice you don't express in your
Sure.
head as a partner. So I get it to the other partners out there. We don't complain because you're not allowed to complain, but it's in there.
But also,
Thank
and
you, Ross.
you're a bit
You're welcome.
tired,
You're not
weren't
allowed
you?
to
You're a bit
complain.
tired?
Well, she had, it takes a while, and she did it at night. So it.
Oh, how inconvenient for you.
Exactly.
I do
Ross.
feel like it is a time for a woman to punish the man, because she knows that they can't complain and she can hurt them any way you want. But you know
And you
what?
can
At the end of the
strategically
day,
do it at
ladies,
night.
at the end of the day, ladies, the people that do want to punish their husband, you let them do this to you.
That's right. That's right. One of the difficulties I had, Ross, was Megan had cesareans. So when you have a cesarean, you're not getting up to be able to get to the baby. So then I'm on call to do that all the time.
Oh, once the baby's born, you
Did
mean?
anyone think about me?
Oh, right. So because she was cut open, so then
Yes.
so she was stitched up. So you had to get.
She's got no abs.
That's not your job, Sean.
I was giving
Your
every
job
baby their first
Sean,
first bath and multiple baths.
your
after
job
that.
was done 9 months beforehand.
All
It was
right,
quick
it's time
too.
You
to,
called
It
her
was
an
quick
Uber.
and painless.
time to hear from the men. We
Straight
want to know
afterwards.
how you suffered during your partner's labour.
Yeah. And
How'd
look,
you say?
if it wasn't suffering, tell us something that we may not expect.
Yes.
For Dougie, Ellie's partner,
Education, isn't it?
to expect at the labour, because Ellie, she's going to be a nightmare.
Actually,
oh my
Ellie,
God,
have you
Ellie,
thought
come
about it from
over here.
Dougie's point of view?
Come over here.
Mate, I don't even care if he's in the room. It's all about me. You know what I mean?
But do you know when you're saying that how selfish that sounds?
Yeah. Hello, man. It's your turn to tell us about what a man goes through during labour.
Time to speak out.
I mean, you can give it to
Time
your
to have your
missus, but
say.
hasn't she had enough?
Scott, hello.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, Scott.
Scott, we're going to get shot in the head by a bunch of women
Yes.
after this show.
I'm going to get shot for this one myself.
Okay, great. We're going to settle in. Scott, tell us what it was like for you while your partner was in labour.
Absolutely harrowing, to say the least. So, yeah, obviously your partner was in labour and it was all beautiful and the miracle of birth, and I'm obviously down that end watching little man's head come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gone and got a bit stuck, and obviously the doctors said, they left it for a bit, we're going to do something about this.
Yep.
And so, yeah, he's grabbed the scalpel and gone to do the slice, and as he's done the slice, my missus, let out an absolutely harrowing scream, so I've
Yes.
jumped over and I've grabbed the bloody doctor.
Oh, have you to defend your
You've
missus?
tackled the doctor to the
Because
ground.
he's cutting her. Oh, Scott.
It had a bit of a moment there, and yeah, it's something it's rung in the head since. It's not something you bloody forget about.
Oh, Scott. That is so
amazing?
nice to know what you're going to do if
Yes.
someone cuts your woman's vagina.
Mate, next level.
I know.
That is a next level comment.
It is a...
But that's nice to know.
It is a fairly...
that you've got that love in you.
When you see it, it's
That
an
is.
aggressive act, isn't it, Scott? Because it does look like he's literally slicing her open. But
Well,
it's
it was
better
all
than
love and
tearing.
miracles until that moment, yeah.
Scott, would it have been easier for you to be able to handle if you brought out there's the chicken scissors, the ones that you get in knife blocks?
Mate, I think it could have been anything. and anything would have been better than that.
Yeah, don't touch that. It's mine.
Don't touch that. That's mine. Quick, send me a load maker.
No.
I'll put my name on it. This show belongs
No,
to.
it's amazing.
Don't tackle the doctor.
No, but what
Also, the
about
doctor had a scalpel in his hand. Don't
Scott's natural reaction?
Yeah,
is
that's
amazing.
true.
That's
I
beautiful.
thought they would have used the chicken scissors.
I don't like
No,
that
I
into the
honestly
scissor
thought
cut
that.
thing.
Because when you're cooking, right, you normally use
I
like a
think to
knife,
be able
right?
to, you need to get to the edge of it, and if there's a baby's head, it's difficult to get to the head of it.
So I just thought like the scissors would because that other side's blunt. Because if you substitute
Can we look at Ellie's face right now?
scissors for a knife for scissors next time, and it's so much easier cooking. Oh
my God.
So I thought it's the
We
same.
need to move on from this. I'm going to pass out.
Okay, Chris is in PR Waters. Good morning, Chris.
Hey, crew, how you doing?
Hey,
We're
Chris.
good, buddy. Now, we know that men are the true victims when the woman's in labour, so...
Hashtag bless.
What happened?
Well, my wife was due 6 weeks, so we had this birthing plan. No worries, got to give birth at St. John got Murdoch, all good. I was working south at the time. I won't give away my ID here, but I was in Canning at the time.
Yeah.
Working 1 week to go, sort of, come down with me, you'll be fine, and then we'll come back to Perth. No dramas. That week, she decided to go into labour.
Decided.
So okay, yeah. 6 weeks earlier, sort of like going, sitting there going, oh, what's going on here?
Worst
I
decision.
said, what we can do is Canning Hospital. No maternity staff there. You have to go to Albany.
Albany?
We're going to Albany.
Yeah.
She looks at me, we are not having this baby in Albany. We are not having it. I said, okay. So, quick mad rush to St. John Lodge from Canning.
Yes.
Got there. Next minute is her mum, her dad,
Yeah.
her auntie, uncle, her cousins. They're all rocked up. I was going, what's going on here? My mum's rocked up, and they're all in the birthing suite. They said, I said, well, what's going on? So for the entirety of the birth, everyone was in the birthing suite.
Oh, that's a lot there, Chris.
It's not a spectator sport. What were they doing there?
I know. I'm thinking, what's going on here? And on top of that, our obstetrician, he was on holiday, so we had to get another one to come in to do all the bizo. And I'm sitting there, this is not the plan, this is not the plan. She smiles, she's all right. I'm thinking, hang on a second, right? This is not right. This is supposed to be...
It doesn't feel right to me either.
It's supposed to be a magical moment between you and your wife. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's everyone's in there, and I'm going, okay, this is it. So, firstborn grandchild, both sides of the family. So, that story never gets told at the.
Well, I mean,
birthday, for sure.
you don't really think of anyone being wheeled out into Optus Stadium and then have half of their family, like all their families, sitting there watching.
As the
you know
woman,
what I
I
mean?
don't know that I would want that many members of my family seeing those parts of my body.
And also,
Yeah, that's an
Natalie,
interesting one, Nat.
never a true word spoken, but also as well, having that many people in a room, it feels like you're having a do.
Yes, I know.
Then
There
you
should be
think
catering.
you need some chips and some dips.
You need catering, for sure.
Hi, Greg.
G'day, guys.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, buddy.
What
All right.
was it like?
Well, as you guys know, you're familiar with my daughter Lorelei.
Oh, we love
yes, of
Lorelei.
Of course.
Yes, Greg.
So when she was born, I was the lovely doting husband sitting next to my wife, holding her hand. You know, I was a nervous wreck myself, getting up, sitting down, getting up, sitting down. And the end result was an ingrown hair that resulted in a polynodal sinus.
What do you mean? You so because you were sitting down and standing up so much?
You got
Yeah,
ingrown hair.
I was working in ingrown hair, and it ended up, newborn baby. After about a week or so,
Yeah.
it got so inflamed that I required surgery, and I had a...
Tell everyone where it is, Greg. Tell everyone where it's located.
Yeah. So it was essentially an ingrown hair worked into my tailbone.
Yes.
I ended up having surgery where I had a chunk of flesh and bone, a little bit larger than a golf ball, taken out of that area.
Sort of the top of your butt crack, isn't it?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I wasn't able to walk for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Wait there. This seems to be your wife's fault.
That's what we're getting at, for sure.
It really does.
This is amazing,
Yeah.
Greg.
So
We're having a look at it now on the big screen.
So the hair in that exact same spot is actually a thing that happens to many people.
Yeah, it's not uncommon. Yeah.
So why? So we all have one just waiting there to.
Essentially,
to get inflamed.
So what? We have this super hair that's in this exact same spot that can cripple all of us. How do we know it's not coming?
Well,
It is
that was
coming.
the thing. I was worked up in a situation where I was in a chair, I was moving back and forth and getting up and doing all my wife's wishes, need a glass of water, yep, I've got you covered, all that sort of stuff. And, just ended up working her hair right into that area.
God, how was she when you were in the wars? Was she as comforting?
Well, look, I don't want to say she was unappreciative, but
she had a new baby to look after.
Her mother to take care of me.
Yeah, mate, we're joining the dots here, Greg.
Yeah, Greg.
God.
Well, that is some true, actual suffering. Extraordinary.
This tailbone hair's a bit of a worry, isn't it, everyone?
Interesting scar to show people as well.
You don't have to show them your scar, Sean. Thank you, Greg. Danny's in Cannington. Hello.
How are you?
Hi, good
Dan. Okay, talk to us. What happened when your missus was in labour?
Got called into the hospital, as you do, thinking it's the greatest thing ever. We're rushing down there, get in there, everything's well. She's happy but angry and all these other emotions at the same time, which you would expect.
Yes.
So I didn't know how to take it, and I'm like, yep, this is all good, this is great, this is going to go so well. Everything went great, long labour, but the baby started to come out. I saw the blood. I started to feel sick and thought, oh, here we go. By the time they'd grabbed the baby, which shot out, mind you, I don't know how they do this, but they quite quickly come flying out at them, the doctors.
Yep.
Turned around, they heard a thud, and they've gone, oh, it's a girl. Oh, no, we've got a problem. And she thought it was with the baby, and they said, no, it's with your partner. He's passed out. And I've completely passed out, hit my head on the way down, and, just could not handle the blood. So I got to wake up to see the baby sort of getting wiped over, and had to pull myself
Way
together.
To ruin
as well.
the moment,
Wouldn't
Dan.
it be better if they woke you up when the baby was graduating or something?
Takes a lot of the pressure out.
Yeah.
At least sleeping through.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't too emotional for me because I was asleep. So.
Amazing.
I don't blame anyone for passing out. I really don't, because that is. I mean, it's.
Well, you're not doing it on purpose.
It's a bit of a scene.
It's just your reaction, but it ruins the moment.
Yeah. I mean, I've never done a tour of the abattoir, but I'm guessing that it's the same sort of thing.
Less death, I think, safe to say.
Oh, yeah. I'm just talking about gore and things.
Not even going.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
I get into Nova the first in the morning and I walk into the kitchen now because when we're going through the renovations, when we had the commissary, which is the fake kitchen just over here near our office,
kitchen,
I took it upon myself to change the water bottle, and then also I did the coffee drinkers a favour by turning the coffee machine off after I was taught how to use it.
Well, after he flooded it one time because he didn't realise that just water pouring out of it had to go somewhere.
We don't know us tea people, us tea baggers. Anyway, so I was doing that this morning again, and I walked in.
So we don't have a water bottle anymore.
No, we got the kitchen. It's all done now.
Oh, so you go in there and turn the coffee machine on.
But as I got through the front of Nova, I heard a sound come from the kitchen, and I've not heard this sound ever in Nova.
Oh, you know why? We're not funny anymore.
Were we ever?
Exactly.
There's a cricket. We got a cricket. And I was thinking,
it's not even cricket season, Nathan. I think you'll be aware.
And it's so good that it's up at sales when no one comes to work anymore. Because that would be so annoying.
Well, I thought it was safe. It knew it was safe.
But straight away, my thought went to here. We've just done a renovation in here. Imagine if a cricket got in here. These, I don't know if you know, studios are made to be soundproof.
Yes.
And to control sound and to make it sound the best that it can.
This is the best
By the way,
sound.
this is it.
Yep.
Ta-da! If it got in here, that would be such a massive problem. Don't you reckon?
Well, obviously, everybody would hear it. We wouldn't know
how about this?
It.
From the rest of this break, we'll have
a cricket in the background.
Yeah. All right, okay, go on, Sean.
But you're saying that up in sales, you would think that'd be a problem too. But the fact is, no one, and particularly on Tuesday, I'm not expecting too many people in.
You just wanted to say that again, didn't you? No one's there.
To really just drive the knife in.
Cricket at home can be devastating.
Yes, it can.
But when you try to sleep, if there's one cricket in your room, it's like, oh, God.
And how do the bastards get in?
I don't know, Sean. But then imagine having to do your job. What all you're hearing is the bloody cricket.
Oh, not fun.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Cricket in your vehicle.
What about a cricket in the library?
A cricket in the library, Nat. We want to talk about cricket right now. That's right. I'm actively asking to talk about cricket. We want to know.
Have you got a cricket problem? Have you had one?
Have you had a cricket problem, a unique cricket problem? Whether it be at your house, whether it be at home.
Couldn't find your bat.
What if a cricket got into the lining of your handbag?
So it was with you everywhere?
So it was in there, living.
Yeah. And you made your living as a stand-up comedian, and then every time you said a joke, there's just cricket.
Imagine it.
That'd be perfect. That's just like you trained them.
This is simple, guys.
You don't want that, Sean. That's bad. Okay. Sophie's in Yanchep. Hi, Soph.
Good morning.
Hey, Sophie.
Hi, Sophie.
Have you had a cricket incident?
Yeah, it must be cricket season because this happened yesterday. My dog decided to bring one in and play with it. She was having the time of her life. But I am absolutely petrified of anything that jumps or crawls. So I've kicked her out, gone really rigid, gone to get the fly spray. Because I'm so rigid, I've gone to spray it and missed, and it's jumped into my study. I'm like, oh my God, I have no idea where it went. So that was it, shut the door. But
You've shut the door of the study.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yes. I don't know where it's gone.
It can get under the door.
First ever uni exam yesterday. All my study notes were in there. So I just had to read it. I'm like, I can't go in there.
Sophie.
You couldn't go in there, Sophie. What, it's got a knife, it's going to kill you.
Isn't it bad luck to kill a cricket?
You do not kill a cricket.
It is bad luck, isn't it?
Do you know that, Sophie?
How else am I meant to get rid of it? I can't touch it.
No, it lives in your house now forever.
Yeah, it's one of the things. It's one of the very few situations where you need to capture it and take it outside.
Really?
And lovingly.
Yeah, sure. It is bad luck. It's bad luck to kill a cricket.
Oh, God.
Harry, will you Google, is it bad luck to kill a cricket, please? Because straight away, is it bad luck to kill a cricket? Bug superstition suggests it's very bad luck to kill a cricket, even on accident. These insects are creatures of the wind and water, and it means they represent change and subconscious dreams in many cultures. Prosperity, strength, peace, purity, courage, and harmony are other traits associated with dragonflies.
What?
Dragonflies? That ended weirdly.
Anyway, I hope you went okay on your exam.
Oh, Sophie, good luck. Let us know if the cricket gets out.
When you read that stuff that the cricket stand for, many things like strength and peace and purity and all that kind of stuff, why are they so bloody noisy and why do they upset us so much?
Yeah, Sean, you're right. You should marry them.
Nathan in Auburn Grove. Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, Nath. Cricket incident?
Yes, but if it's bad luck to kill crickets, I'm in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, righto, here we
Talk us
go.
through it. What happened?
I have a cricket infestation. My house, especially my garage, and they seem to sit between the corners in your wall when your house has been open for a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're the cunning buggers because when you get up close, they stop.
Yes.
They don't make a noise.
They're like, shh, here he comes.
What's that game where you creep up on someone and they turn around and you freeze?
What's the time, Mr. Wolf?
What's the time, Mr. Wolf? It is.
So you get right up close, and then they stop, and then you're like a ninja going, okay, you're waiting. I've spent literally half an hour in my garage once for one cricket, and I have spray strategically put around the house so I don't have to lose time to go back and that cricket stops making the noise. Because once you hear a cricket, you can't unhear it.
That's true.
You can't unhear it. It's like you zone into its frequency, and then that frequency drills into your brain.
Hey, Nate, this morning, the one in the kitchen at the moment, as soon as I was walking around the place, it just stopped.
Yeah.
And I opened those doors, Nate, to go out to the balcony.
Nathan,
all its friends are going to come in now.
Nathan, you've obviously killed many crickets.
I have. We had a cow out in the porch last week, and it had been there for, I don't know, like a month or so. And because of all the rain,
you've had a cow?
Sorry, Nathan, did you say cow?
A cow?
No, towel.
Oh.
Towel. Yeah.
What's a cow doing on your porch?
It's been there for a month, and you just skirted past the information.
Yeah,
Okay.
we just cut it up and eat it.
All right, so you had a towel on the porch, yes.
So, and I picked it up. I thought, it's just a bit stinky, and I'll chuck it in the bin. And I lifted it up, and there were hundreds just jumping out. And I was like, oh my God, spray! And it was outside.
So
I can't stand them.
Okay, so we know that it's bad luck to kill a cricket. How's your luck been? Has it been all right?
Yeah, not so far. It's been okay.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, you haven't won lotto or anything, though, have you?
No.
Yeah,
the worst part of the crickets is they also get into your air conditioning vent. So you spray and spray up there. You can hear them, but then they're on the other side of the vent. So then you've got to get up into the ceiling to get a cricket.
Nathan, you're having a lot of bad luck with crickets.
Well,
because you keep killing them.
They all live there. So, okay.
Good on you, Nate. Thank
so
you. I
funny.
admire the tenacity with which you're approaching the problem. Diane is in Banksia Grove. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Di. Have you been tormented by crickets?
Oh, yes. We lived up north for a while, and there was a swarm of crickets, and it literally covered the grass. You couldn't see the grass. That's how many there were. There were thousands and thousands, and they were in the house, in the car. They were everywhere, and my husband is frightened of them. And you can imagine a grown man, and he's a big, strong man. He used to run and scream. He was pathetic, really. And you know those electric bats, the battery bats that you buy that zaps the bugs?
Yeah, it's like a tennis racket. Yeah.
All I can say now is I'm going to go to hell, I suppose.
Good luck for you, Ivor.
Yeah, so we had a few of them, so of course I loved it. I just loved seeing them burn, but...
crickets!
You're a psychopath.
Yes.
That would have been like Wimbledon.
Hey, Di, were they super big ones? Because the ones that we get around the house these days, they're not large.
Oh, the ones that we had up north were massive, and so you
But they're
can
definitely not. Crickets are not locusts. They sound a bit locusty.
I don't know. I just they look the same.
Are you in a biblical plague?
It would have felt that way.
Was a man on a cross scene anywhere around?
Yeah, exactly. Good idea. Thanks, Di.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.